Crew, I see you. Die hard. Trav. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard. Homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell a trophy, yeah, you need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team and he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name and it's on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back. We be really die hard, yeah, that's a fact. We be really die hard, ain't no going back. Make the whole crowd rise like a thermostat. Fourth quarter, I'm the killer that's gon' murder that.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy E-Roo, host of the Knicks podcast, man. We back here again. You know, we got a break today from the Summer League, man. I've been doing watch-alongs and stuff. Thank you guys for supporting that. Been quite a few people supporting the watch-alongs early in the summer. I know guys are like thirsty for content and stuff like that. I got my old camera working good. The lighting looks great. You know what I'm saying? So this is the Knicks podcast, man. It's your boy E-Roo here. Yeah, man. So this is the podcast I've been wanting to do for Obi Toppin for like the longest. I haven't been putting it off. It's just that every time I want to sit down at this computer to really get busy with it, I just can't never get it done, man. So it's like I said, a lot of excuses with it on my end, but it is very hard to run this thing the way that I do it. You know what I'm saying? To get the content out there. So anyway, I definitely appreciate the support. Once again, see the bottom of the screen, hit the thumbs up and like button before we get started. You know what I'm saying? And as guys get in here, because I know people are gonna come in here towards the middle and towards the end of the podcast, mad as hell about the stuff I'm about to say in this pod. But before we get started, I am running a half marathon. Excuse me, a full marathon, 26.2 miles, full marathon. This is the GoFundMe page here for the charity that I'm running. I am running through the Garden of Dreams, which is affiliated with the Knicks. It's the Knicks official charity. So it was very important for me to pick that charity, to run for this charity, because I've been following the Knicks for so long that just watching them do it and just seeing how it actually works and actually witnessing it myself. Working in a hospital, years ago, I used to see them come to the children's hospital doing things for them. So, something that I really, I really believe in what they do. And I'm really anxious to meet the people and find out what the stuff that they do behind the scenes and stuff. We're gonna have meet and greets and that type of thing. Within this group, that I'm working with the marathon. Training is going well. Like I said, right now I'm so overweight and so out of shape that I really have a long way to go. But I'm working hard. After I finish this pod, I will be hitting the gym, to get some cardio in here, because I don't think I'll be able to do any running outside today. I'll try to do that on the weekend. But I'm gonna hit the gym and get some cardio in, just to get it out there, get some minor impact stuff there, plyometrics and stuff to get it popping. But that's my mindset right now, man. Let me scroll this down a little bit just to center myself a little bit. Hey, man. So that's my thought process with that, man. So if you guys want to support this, just use the link. I'll keep it here in the chat here for anybody that wants to do that. Just taking care of this, man, so we can get down to business, man. Obi Toppin. I have a strong opinion about Obi Toppin and his game and stuff. It has nothing to do with him personally. That's the thing. That's what makes me so mad about just running a podcast and just being a fan of sports in general, is that people they want to equate me critiquing his game and me critiquing the Knicks, the way the Knicks are going about stuff, as a personal attack, whether I'm a hater or this, that, and the other. But when he does well, I'm cheering for him. Nobody sees that. But then when I go back to the flaws and why I don't think it's something that's going to work, it's hating. It goes back to the hating. To me, I just think that's lazy. That's lazy conversation. Out there. This is lazy mentality of just automatically going to haters. And I'm not one to praise haters. Like I would rather praise people that support. These people here that's already given to the charity here, man. Shout out to Trish D. You see Trish D. You see Harlem CEO. You see a couple other people here that are fans of the podcast. Definitely co-workers and friends and stuff like that that's been supporting. I would rather talk about people that support. Shout out to people in the chat here. Mega number one, Pudge number one, Jackal number one, Geraldine number one, all these guys here that support this, Damian Cox, they come in here, Harlem CEO, they come in here all the time to support this podcast. I would rather talk about you guys, people that come through that support every single podcast. I would rather support to talk about you guys than talk about all the people that are negatively impacting this podcast from the outside, that I don't talk about. You know what I'm trying to say? So it is what it is, man. But Obi Toppin obviously has a plethora of talent. But one thing about Obi Toppin, he's not 19. He's not 18. He came into the game like 23, however old he was. 3 years later, the guy is going on 26 now. So he's been in the league for a while. But we knew what we got ourselves into when we drafted him. When we drafted him, he was college player of the year, whatever he was. He looked like he was a Amari Stoudemire. Everybody was saying he looked like he was Amari Stoudemire, the way he was attacking the rim, blasting the rim, dominating scoring-wise in college and stuff. So we just thought that this guy was going to come in here and he was going to basically rid us of Julius Randle, because Julius Randle's first season with the Knicks, even though he was still able to get the 19 points and whatever, get close to his stats that he had before he came to the Knicks. Because I believe before Julius Randle came to the Knicks, he was 21-8 and 21-8-3. I want to say, which is decent numbers, and also on a bad team. But he also played with Anthony Davis too, which can't be understated there. So he was still able to get those numbers even though he played with Anthony Davis. But he had a horrible first season. Just all the spin move stuff. Everybody just that's overblown. Just the spin move stuff. I wanted him off the team. Once we had the opportunity to get Obi Toppin, I remember talking on Simmons' show. I said, listen, I think we got to draft Obi Toppin. We got to draft Obi Toppin, and we got to find another spot for Julius Randle to be. That was my mindset when I first got Obi Toppin. As Obi Toppin got here, another story unfolded. He's not Amari Stoudemire, and I think a lot of fans finally come to grips with that. He is not Amari Stoudemire. Is he a dunker? Yes. But is he a dunker in the sense like a Kenyon Martin style dunker? No, he's not. He's not like a savage like Kenyon Martin. A lot of people don't like the savage too, man. But I'm talking from a basketball sense. Like just the way that he plays, very aggressive, stuff like that. Obi Toppin is not aggressive. Shout out to Jason Kidd. You need a point guard to pass to him. That's what they think. That Halliburton's going to do. Halliburton's going to turn Obi Toppin all of a sudden into Kenyon Martin. But you got to have that in your heart. We'll talk about that, towards the end of this podcast. So please tune in. I have a couple of points that I want to get to here. But Obi Toppin doesn't have that animalistic, savage, flying down the lane, don't give a damn about you, bam on you, yelling. Oh, he doesn't do that. He didn't like Obi Toppin is afraid of contact. Can we say that? Can anybody agree to that? He's afraid of contact. When he drives to the basket, he can score, yes, but a lot of people can score in the NBA when they go to the basket. So it's not really something that impresses me. Listen, man. If he was given minutes, that's the thing. That's the key word with me. If he was given minutes, would he have gotten stats? Yes, he probably would have. But would we have won the way that we've won? I want to say since Julie's been here, 2 out of the 4 seasons. Would we have won if Obi Toppin played more minutes? So, case in point, the Atlanta series. Everybody goes to the Atlanta series. Obi Toppin awoken when the lights came on. Obi Toppin all of a sudden started playing well. But even though he started playing well, was he playing well to the degree where he could have overtaken Julius Randle at any point of his career so far? People will say, well, you don't know. Yeah, but you don't know either. Just because you say it doesn't mean it's true. Just because I say it doesn't mean it's true. But at the same time, and like people say, oh, but you don't know he wasn't given the minutes. Yeah, but that's just like a fantasy. That's a fantasy. He was on the court. He did play. You know what I'm saying? Did he bring the physicality enough out there for you to put him out there to give him the minutes to help us out there? Can you trust Obi Toppin to get those tough, hard rebounds out there? Do you trust him to go out there and play defense? Do you trust him to be out there to at least be close to what Julius Randle brings out there? Passing the ball, moving the ball. Yes, the ball moves better when Obi Toppin is out there. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. But when it comes down to can we give the ball to Obi Toppin to replace any offense that Julius Randle was giving us? I think the answer to that is no. Him escaping the whole offense and the whole defense just to get a dunk on a fast break. That's a nice novelty to have, but it's not necessarily winning basketball. It can be exciting, and in the scheme of things, if you have somebody that can do that, it's just as long as everybody else is doing the job that Obi Toppin's not doing, then it works. If Obi Toppin can get out on a break, ignore rebounding, ignore everything, ignore defense, just try to get that sneaky dunk, a couple times during the game. If that's more important to you, then we can use that. That's great. But you got to have other guys in place that's going to be able to do the job that Obi Toppin's not doing. You know, one thing too before we start scrolling through here is that Obi Toppin. You want to talk about development? The Knicks didn't develop him. Tom Thibodeau made him a 3-point shooter. He didn't show the ability to shoot the three when he came into the NBA. But now at this point, Obi Toppin is pretty much a knockdown 3-point shooter. Air ball sometimes in key moments, but sometimes he can get hot and knock down a couple of threes back to back. So Obi Toppin became a 3-point shooter. So is he Steve Novak or is he Amari Stoudemire? That's the question. So the one thing that I will say about Obi Toppin and the Knicks and what the Knicks did not do with Obi Toppin is that even though they did unlock a 3-point shot with him, they did not differentiate the skill set between power forward and small forward. They did not encourage him to get out there and develop those skills. Shout out to his agencies, because the agencies that if you sign to these agencies, their job is to make sure their client is put in the best opportunity for them to get the biggest buck that they can get. So shame on them also for not putting him in position, to develop his skills, perimeter skills, out there to change this game, because he's not going to be a pick and roll power forward, with the Knicks. Is there an opportunity for him to play with Julius? Yes, but not in the manner of which everyone keeps saying. Everyone's saying, well, we need to put Obi Toppin at center and have Julius Randle, or have Julius Randle at center and make Obi Toppin the power forward. That doesn't make any sense. It makes us super soft. We have no physicality, no toughness, nothing like that. We will have to play at a faster pace, and that does not necessarily equate to winning basketball. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's just too much. And then also too, are we willing to sacrifice Mitchell Robinson's career just because we want to try to see if we can get Obi Toppin off? It doesn't make any sense. A lot of people love Mitchell Robinson, right? But you're willing to sacrifice the entire team and everything that everyone else does just to get this guy off here, this kid, Obi Toppin, which is not a kid. He's a grown man. He got 2 kids. He's married. He's closer to 30 than he is 20. He's closer to 25 than he is 30, though. You know what I'm saying? But still, he's over 25. If I'm not mistaken. Like I said, we'll get into this. We'll get into this stuff here. But that's basically my thought process here with Obi Toppin. On the Knicks front, trading him for 2 second-round draft picks drove me crazy. When I saw that, I wanted to pull out whatever remaining hair that I had. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to hurt myself. When I saw that, because it's like, as soon as we traded him for 2 second-round draft picks, I'm thinking like, damn. So then we're not the Knicks are not thinking about the bigger picture as far as packaging him to get a better player here. Because that's what I wanted to do. If we're not going to utilize Obi Toppin here on this team, then we need to package him in a trade and get somebody in here that's just going to help the squad otherwise. But getting rid of him for 2 second-round draft picks drove me absolutely out of it. Just drove me insane. But calm it down a little bit. Shout out to Still Knicks, Ron from Still Knicks. We got to talking about it, and he mentioned this the fact. Also I knew the fact also, but he brought it up. So I give him credit just to make sure I shout out my guys. That the second-round draft pick is like the new first-round draft pick now, because you can utilize those second-round draft picks to come up off of salary. So that's what the Knicks did. The Knicks traded Obi Toppin to a team. They did him a solid. They traded him to the only team that really could possibly use him in a rotation or possibly start him. Obi Toppin could possibly be a starter over there. It really depends on how hard he works. He still has to work. We'll get into the roster situation over there with the Pacers later on in the pod. But it's all up to Obi Toppin to still work here. But the Knicks did him a solid. They sent him to a team that he obviously has a good point guard that could work with him. You know what I'm saying? And he has potential to be a starter over there for them and have a great career and get the money that he wants. So that's something that can't be understated. The Knicks helped him out, by sending him over there. At the same time, the Knicks gave away 2 second-round draft picks who we basically for these last few years, we just don't value draft picks as a franchise right now. So we used those two second round draft picks to get up off his salary. So we ended up getting like a $6 million trade exemption, which is equal to what Obi Toppin's salary is at the time. So we have a $6 million trade exemption. I don't know how that's going to fit into the scheme here. I don't know if we're going to add the trade exemption to Fournier and maybe whoever else did we tried to do to get another play in here. I don't know if that's the what we're going to do. We basically got to wait till this Dame trade is done. As soon as the Dame trade is done, then I think the ball will get rolling with the rest of the trades around the league. So we just have to wait. It's annoying. We're getting into closer. We're getting deeper into July. As soon as summer league is over, then we got the world games and stuff. I kind of want to enjoy the world games. The World Championship of basketball. I kind of want to enjoy that, watching those guys play, rather than talk about roster moves and stuff like that at that time. So I'm hoping that the Dame could that Dame situation get fixed, so we can just enjoy the rest of our summer. That's what I would like to do. I'm tired of looking at my phone, looking to see if there's going to be a notification, or looking if there's going to be some news or something like that. That's going to come out there saying that Dame's traded and now we can move on and stuff. I'm just waiting for it. I'm quite sure a lot of you guys can't take it either. I just want to get on with it. So anyway, I'm just anxious to see what the Knicks are going to do as far as that, because the Knicks, even though we got up over Obi, like I said, the trade exemption still, can help us out. It also gave us an opportunity to sign DiVincenzo. So of course we can get into DiVincenzo another time, because we just basically added another guard here. He could rebound, so Josh Hart and DiVincenzo are really good rebounding guards, but we don't have forwards. We just traded one, which is Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin could have been utilized here a little bit better, you know what I'm saying? But the Knicks just didn't do that. Like I said, not as a power forward. Like I said, we'll talk about that as time goes on. But let's talk about the Indiana Pacers, since I do have the Indiana Pacers here. This is not the Die Hard Pacers channel. This is the Die Hard Knicks channel. But let's talk about this guy. Does anybody give a damn about Chris Duarte? Chris Duarte and Obi Toppin were in the same draft. We were talking about drafting him, but Indiana took him. Does the Indiana fans cry about Chris Duarte, about the fact that they didn't utilize him better? That he could have been starting small forward. They could have used him a little bit better, because they traded him for 2 second-round draft picks too. You know what I'm saying? So is there an Indiana Pacers fan out there that's really want to rip their nipples off because they got rid of Duarte for nothing, basically 2 second-round draft picks? The same, basically they got the second-round draft picks back that they gave the Knicks. The Knicks gave them. They gave up the second-round draft picks that the Knicks gave them, basically. You know what I'm saying? So is there any Indiana Pacer fans that are gonna dye their hair back regular because they dyed it blonde because they wanted to be like Chris Duarte? You know what I'm trying to say? So I was scrolling a little bit, not too much, and I couldn't really find any tweets or anything or fan outrage about it. The only thing that I saw was one of these articles here. I didn't even click it. It's the Oregon Ducks here, Oregon Live. So because he played for Oregon, if I'm not mistaken, right? So his former college newspaper, they wrote something. So let's click that. This is from 3 days ago. So I'm clicking it for the first time live on the air here. So he says, shout out to the Oregon Live. This is the Oregon. So I don't know if they're gonna allow me to read it because they might have like restrictions and stuff, and I'm not paying for an article like this. Here it goes. Nope. This is a pop-up. Okay. So it says former Oregon Ducks star Chris Duarte excited about new opportunity with the Sacramento Kings. So, just kind of scrolling, looking at it, Duarte host or whatever. All right, so you have to be a subscriber, you know what I'm saying, to read this bullshit-ass article. So I'm not doing that. Sorry. So this is the only article. So in order for you to find out what he thinks about it, you know what I'm saying, you have to, pay money to the Oregon Live to get that article. I'm just not doing that. Sorry. So let's go backwards here a little bit. Let's take a look at something that we can actually take a look at here. Let's take a look at his Instagram. See what's going on Instagram. Looking at it together. So here he goes here. I don't see anything here for the Sacramento Kings. I just see a lot of stuff with his family and stuff. I see Indiana Pacers pictures, but just basically stuff going on with his family. Beautiful family. You know what I'm saying? Just regular stuff. He's not a guy that's gonna that's looking to post social media posts and to big himself up. Like Obi Toppin, I'm gonna show some stuff in a second. Obi Toppin has all these interviews and stuff. I didn't really see anything in my little glance. You glance Obi, you see a bunch of videos. You glance Duarte, you don't see nothing. So God bless Duarte. I'm hoping that he has a good career over there in Sacramento. They can actually use him, small forward type slasher. With the growing squad that they have over there. So shout out to him. Hopefully that he can get his career together. But let's check out stats real quick with Duarte. A little glance at him. Duarte in the 3 years that he excuse me 2 years that he was over there. He did average 13 points per game one year. I don't think that Obi Toppin averaged 13 points per game. He went from 13 points to 7.9. In that 13 points per game, he got 28 minutes. I don't think Obi Toppin got 28 minutes per game. You're talking about 10, 11, 15, close to not even fully 15, I think. You know what I'm saying? So he did get the opportunity to get 28 minutes per game in that first season. 43% from the field, 36% from three. What else we got here? 80% from the free throw line. Four rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 13 points per game. That's really good for a beginning player there. So they go from that to the second year of him only getting 19 minutes per game. I think he might have been injured. He was injured the first year too, injured a little bit now. Looking at the stats, it drops down to basically 8 points, 1.4 steals, 2.5 blocks. The minutes dropped. Why did the minutes drop? Let's take a look really quick. Oh, yeah. It's just frustrating. But I mean, like people like to talk about stuff, but nobody wants to walk through it. They just want to talk shit, but they don't want to walk through it. So I'm walking through it really quick. Tyler Halliburton, they got Buddy Hield over there. We got Miles Turner, we got Mathurin over there. Namhard, he was getting a lot of minutes, 27. You got Aaron Naismith was getting a lot of minutes. Jordan Narwa, you know what I'm saying? So where does Duarte fit? So basically, Duarte fell at the bottom of all these different guys here. Jalen Smith also bit the bullet too in that second year. We'll get to that. We'll get back to that in a second. But this is just outside looking in at Duarte. Back to googling his name. There's nothing. Nobody gives a damn about what's going on with Duarte. As far as the media, there's no articles. There's one article by the Oregon Live and no other articles by anybody else. Nobody gives a damn. But just because Obi Top is with the Knicks, it makes it a story. A guy that wasn't getting any minutes. That to me is a non-story. But here we go. Let's get into this. I know a lot of people don't want to see it, but listen, man, this is real life here. Uh, the audio's gonna, so I'll turn the audio down, and I didn't sync the audio, so I didn't really give a damn. This is just him in uniform. Meeting his teammates. You see other young guys there. But this is weird. This is like let's say like a high school kid that's like 15, 16 years old, hanging out with junior high school kids. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is. You're talking about Obi Toppin is however old he is, 20, like going on 26. You know what I'm saying? He's playing, hanging out with 19-year-olds. You're talking about almost like a grade school, like a kid that's 14 hanging out with grade school kids, fifth graders. You know what I'm saying? So what are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, the age difference is so different. Obi Toppin is not a young kid. You know what I'm saying? He's a veteran. He's an NBA veteran, grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? With a wife and two children. You know what I'm saying? These guys are freaking kids that he's playing with here, that he's associated with here. So anyway, I just wish him well. I'm not here to really bash him like that. Because like I said, I bigged him up. He has talent. He does have talent. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks did not do a good job enough to develop what he should have been, which is not a power forward. Backup power forward. What are the Knicks gonna do without a backup power forward? Obi Toppin wasn't doing shit for us as a backup power forward. So let's just keep it moving here. This is Obi Toppin here. He's talking here about the Knicks here. Like I said, I'm not sure if I shared this correctly, but let me just do it over here. Let me just make sure that I share this correctly, that you guys can hear the audio. I just want to make sure that you can hear the audio since I have it here. So let's do this. All right, so the audio tab is it should be working. So hopefully you guys can hear it. I'm quite sure you guys heard it already, but I have it. It's a little bit too big. Pause, but I'm just gonna start it up here. Let's let you listen to what he said. It's nice. Show it on the screen first, right? So I mean, it's nothing, just cliche stuff. I'm quite sure he's excited because he's going to get an opportunity there. So which is good. You're happy that the kid is going to get an opportunity. And yes, you have to acknowledge the fact that the Knicks gave him that opportunity. Obi Toppin didn't go to the Indiana Pacers on his own. The Knicks sent him there. You know what I'm saying? That's solid. They did him a solid. So I don't know if there's any other beef or any animosity behind the scenes or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Or in his heart, that he wants to come here and drop 40 on the Knicks. The Knicks gave him an opportunity. So if anything, he should be thankful. To tell you the truth. So let's keep it moving. This is the one thing I couldn't find it, which is very odd because I had it saved here and I can't find it now. And I was scrolling through through these guys' channels here, and I don't see the actual video. So the actual video, the entire video, which I don't, I don't feel like digging anymore. You know what I'm saying? But this is the quote here. He said, "I didn't get the minutes that I wanted." You know what I'm saying? So shout out to New York basketball. This is NBA_New York. Excellent channel on Twitter. Excellent page there. You have to follow him. I have the notifications locked in for this guy. For this group here, there's got to be more than one of them because they're on point when it comes to knowledge and stuff. But I just looking at the typing of this tweet, he says this is the only non-positive thing I can remember him saying publicly. So this is basically non-positive. He's saying that I didn't get the minutes that I wanted. But in his tenure with the Knicks, he made the playoffs twice. You know what I'm saying? He made the playoffs twice. He missed the playoffs the second year. Still wasn't able to get minutes even though we missed the playoffs. You could blame you could blame Tom Thibodeau and anything you want to blame. But at the same time, in 3 seasons with the Knicks, made the playoffs twice. I didn't get the minutes that I wanted. So getting the minutes that he wanted is more important than winning. That's what I hear. You know what I'm saying? He would not address reports of arguments and stuff that he had. What I'm saying? Which of course, Obi Toppin remains a class act. Yes, Obi Toppin, of course, he's not going to talk badly. And it's going to make himself look bad. So he's just going to pass on those comments with the N-word stuff that he was using behind the scenes that some jackass was recording against his sneakily recording, which is a dirty move there, which I don't want to talk about. I didn't play the video on this channel, and I don't really want to talk about that. But I just don't like the fact that he said I didn't get the minutes that I wanted. That's the most important thing for him, over the team is that he wanted to get minutes that he wanted. My thing is minutes need to be earned, fam. Minutes need to be earned. So my question to Obi, is that did you do the best that you can to better yourself to make Tom Thibodeau play your ass? Because we obviously needed Julius Randle. Julius Randle needed to get off the court, man. How much minutes did he need? Did he play? The guy played on 2 broken ankles, and Tom Thibodeau did not trust Obi Toppin to get out there to manage that. Listen, Obi Toppin needed to be out there producing, so Julius Randle could get well. If Obi Toppin was so good, then Obi Toppin should have said, "Yo, this is my time now." Tell Tom Thibodeau, listen, Julius Randle was hurt. Put me in the game, coach. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, "Yo, bro, what the fuck you doing, bro? What the fuck you doing?" With the N-word and stuff. Yo, Tim, bro. All that nonsense. Talk to him like a man. Talk to the team. Have a team meeting. So listen, Julius Randle is hurt. Put me in the game, fam. I'm ready. Give me the minutes. I can hold it down right now. So listen, Bo Ishmael, talk shit. I'm looking at the chat a little bit here. Definitely I appreciate guys coming in here. Bo Ishmael says Obi started and got 18-8 in his first start in the second round of the playoffs. Very nice. But was it enough throughout the next few games for him to carry the team enough to hold us down to get us to the next round? You know what I'm saying? He did get whatever he got, right? But when Tom Thibodeau stopped going to him, did he go? Did he have a team? Shout out to the team and say, "Listen, Julius is hurt, fam. Put me in the game, coach." Julius Randle got hurt again. Did Obi Toppin get the minutes that Julius when Julius went down? No. Like I said, you blame Tom Thibodeau all you want, but you must put some blame on Obi Toppin for not taking control of his own career. You know what I'm saying? You have to put it out there so this coach can trust you to put you out there. We needed him. We absolutely needed Obi Toppin, to produce. And we didn't get that. We just didn't get it. Shout out to Julius because he played with 2 busted ankles, and people say he didn't give the effort and stuff like that. He was out there, fam, with 2 busted ankles. Right now he has surgery and he hasn't played basketball yet. He just started walking around maybe like a week ago. He's back now. He's back, working out, using his legs again. not playing anyone on any 5-on-5 or anything like that. He's not doing anything basketball related yet because he's trying to build the strength in his core back up, his legs, and his getting the strength and the mobility back. From 2 busted ankles after having surgery and all that. You know what I'm saying? So this is like spilled milk, water under the bridge stuff. But this is something that needs to be talked about. Listen, like we needed Obi Toppin. Tom Thibodeau comes from the Pat Riley people. He comes from whoever else he came from when he came into the NBA. Stubborn people from back in the days, the old school mentality. You know what I'm saying? Ride the superstar. Play the guys mad minutes. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. That's where he's from. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like you have to take control of your career. Listen to me. Like if it was me, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. And I don't care. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and I don't care. And it's not gonna be like, yo, bro, what's wrong with you, bro? What's wrong with you, bro? Yo, what's wrong with this N-word? You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna speak like a man that has 2 children and a wife, and I'm gonna stand up for my career. I'm gonna be in the gym in the summertime developing a perimeter game. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be developing my post game. I'm gonna be developing my drive game. Up until this point now he's starting to do it. Because now as his 1 foot out the league now, waiting for that extension or whatever he's waiting for, he's basically got 1 foot out the league at this moment. So with him going to Indiana, it's not about him, okay, now I'm going to get pick and roll alley-oops. Now I'm going to have a point guard that's going to be looking for me on the break and that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. How are you developing your game to get some take moves off the dribble on the perimeter, to get some pull-up moves out there, to get some driving moves, get some finishing moves on the inside, polish up your post game, that type of thing? What are you doing on your end to become a better player? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing on your end? You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Me on my end, I am buying Elgato webcams to try to improve the picture here because I'm not satisfied with the picture. And then through that, the Elgato broke, and I spent the money on it, and I got to send it back, and wasting all this time, always looking to better the podcast the best that I can. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, this is from my end. I got to do what I have to do, to make the product better, so you guys can enjoy it a little bit better. That's on my end. That's on me to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not waiting for somebody to give me the opportunity to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this on my own here. So I'm the one that has to do that. So same thing with Obi. This is your career, fam. You're the one that has to get it. So listen, now he has the opportunity. The ball is in his court now. He has the perfect opportunity right now to capitalize on his skill set and his career. And I really hope that he does it. Because listen, I believe in what he can do. So I believe in him a little bit more than RJ, to tell you the truth. I would have liked to see if Obi Toppin could take away RJ's position. And that way, if we move off of RJ, we could stick Obi in that small forward spot. But it is what it is. He can't guard the perimeter. Shout out to Sim and everybody else. Everybody's a smart ass. He can't guard the perimeter and all this other stuff either, man. So but I mean, he has to get better at that. It's his career. All right, so let's keep it moving here. Let's see what else we got. I got tagged up here. So this is him talking about just what the Knicks asked of him. He says all I could do is just do whatever the coach is asking me to do. That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. All I could do is do it with the kids. So for 3 seasons, Tom Thibodeau wanted him to stand in the corner and shoot the 3. So he said, for 3 years, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to stand in the corner and shoot 3s. That's what he wants me to do, right? That's what he wants me to do, right? So I'm just going to do what the coach says. You know what I'm saying? That is a sucker. That is a sucker mentality. If that was his mentality, Tom Thibodeau wants me to stand in the corner, bro. I'm gonna just stand in the corner. I don't care. That is a loser mentality. Him standing in the corner for 3. That's not the only option there. If the ball comes out there, he shouldn't just throw it up every single time he gets it. He has the ability to drive every single time. You know what I'm saying? That baseline is always wide open. Every time I watch the game, you guys can go back to the tape. And for those that watch this channel all the time, that I call it out. Instead of just launching that 3, he has the baseline. Hit the baseline and bang that damn thing, bro. He's never done that. When was the last time you ever seen Obi Toppin drive the baseline after faking the 3, driving down and bam, bang it on somebody's head? When have you seen him do that? He's never done it. He's never done it. I'll challenge you to find 5 plays in his entire career where he drove not on a fast break. I'm talking about where in like half court setting, running the offense, trying to get the game going here. Him driving and banging it on somebody. When? Somebody that's known for dunking. When did Obi Toppin bang it on somebody? Obi, he didn't get minutes. So he got to play 40 minutes a game for him to get opportunity to dunk it on somebody. Come on, man. I got video of DiVincenzo dunking on people. Grimes has dunked on people. IQ has dunked on people. Julius dunked on people multiple times this year. Mitchell Robinson. RJ's dunked on people in his career. Obi Toppin, I challenge you to find 5 in 3 years, that where he drove the lane, stopped, and bang. Come on, man. So anyway, that's the first sentence. Whether it's being out on the floor, having great energy, that's one thing that he does have, doing whatever I need to do to help the team win. I didn't get the minutes I wanted, but now it's a new start here or whatever. So, listen, he did have the energy, yes. You know what I'm saying? But did it equate to winning? Was he given enough energy to the point like where he was like dominating at any point? People are gonna say, oh, but Julius Randle didn't dominate. Listen, man, 25-10 and what was it, 4 or 5, and then 25-10 and 6 in the first season when we played against Atlanta. Listen, Julius Randle was doing it. All NBA, listen, come on, man. All NBA, All Star. Julius Randle was doing something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like I said, for those if you want to keep going back and forth, I won't go back and forth with you. You just have to just rewatch the pod or not. This is what Obi Toppin has to deal with here. Indiana Pacers, they signed this guy. They signed him to $22 million. $22 million is $3 million short of what Julius Randle got. Julius Randle's getting $25 million next year. This guy's getting 22. This is a career backup. This is a guy that was 1 foot out the league, not committed by any team. Brooklyn didn't sign him. Like I said, he's a short guy playing forward or whatever. He's a bench guy. I know he played in Denver. He was decent in Denver, but was he like $22 million per year decent? It's really crazy. But you don't count people's pockets. Thank God that he's able to get that money, $22 million. It's great. You know what I'm saying? But he said having a team that wants you to be there means a lot. Listen, man, I know a guy like him is tired of moving around, tired of moving to from this place to that place, and nobody wants to sign him. And he's played well. He played really well with Brooklyn. I can't believe that Brooklyn didn't keep him. But it's because of Kyrie and those guys. When they had those guys over there. With Denver, Denver won a championship. You know what I'm saying? So Denver, they want to go in a different direction, trying to save money and trying to move things around a little bit to make the team better. You know what I'm saying? You get tired of getting dumped on. But teams do what they do. It's a business. So anyway, he did what he did. So I don't know if anything here that he said he is worth listening to, but just basically, he's happy to be in Indiana, because he got the bag now. He's got an opportunity. But my thing is, what opportunity does he have there? What opportunity does he have there? What position is he going to play? They already have guys at the positions that he's supposed to play at. They already have guys there. So I'm trying to figure out where is he going to play. You know what I'm trying to say? And then like Obi Toppin is supposed to be getting an opportunity. So where's Obi Toppin going to get his opportunity with guys like this getting money like this? Where's Obi Toppin's opportunity coming from? So this take a look at the roster again. This is Indiana. Halliburton's their point guard. They got Buddy Hield over there still. Buddy Hield's their starting shooting guard. Okay. You got Miles Turner as their center. But those are the top 3. But Mathurin, where does Mathurin play? So people say, oh, Buddy Hield's coming off the bench. All right, whatever you want to say. Everybody's an expert. Buddy Hield's going to come off the bench. All right, if you say that, last year, Buddy Hield did not come off the bench. Buddy Hield played 73 games started. He started 73 games last year. You know what I'm saying? Benedict Mathurin, he started 17. Mathurin was actually their second leading scorer. Was he the second? No, he was the 4th leading scorer. He was behind Buddy Hield as the 4th leading scorer in Indiana. But Mathurin, to me, I would have started Mathurin and traded Buddy Hield by now. But they want to keep Buddy Hield because if you look at Summer League, all these guys are together. So Indiana wants to keep Buddy Hield with them. So Buddy Hield more than likely is going to start. I don't know if they're going to start Mathurin. But listen, Mathurin can play small forward. So Mathurin can play small forward. But they just got this guy. So where is he playing? They drafted Mathurin. Mathurin should be starting, but Buddy Hield's going to start probably. Buddy Hield could come off the bench if you think so. So maybe Mathurin will start. But then you got Buddy Hield coming off the bench, and then this guy is on the team. So this guy's going to be the small forward. But then you got Aaron Naismith, you got Jordan Arwa, you got they traded Duarte, what are they doing there? And then at the power forward spot they got Jalen Smith, one of their own first round draft picks, whatever he let's take a look at what he did the first 2 years of his career. First few years of his career, played for Phoenix and he played for Indiana. So in Phoenix, excuse me, what is this? The first in Phoenix, the first year, he averaged 2 points. He didn't really get to play. The second year in Phoenix, he averaged 6. But then with Indiana, the first year when he got traded over there, he averaged 13, 7. Not really too much else. 1 block per game. So he's a strong center. He can shoot the three too, 37% at least that year. So if you got a guy like this that's a tough rebounder, could shoot the three still too, could score. He shot 53% from the field also. Free throws, 76. That's a good player. So Obi Toppin got to compete with this guy to start. So Obi Toppin's not even guaranteed to start, fam. This kid, Jalen Smith here could finally come into his own and become the starter. So Obi Toppin, if everybody plays well, Obi Toppin could end up coming off the bench, getting 15 minutes a game again. God damn. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Guys have to work. The thing is, I didn't get the minutes that I wanted. I hate that, man. It's a horrible mentality. So I'm coming full circle for what I'm saying. Minutes that I wanted, I'm not getting the minutes that I wanted. You might not get the minutes that you want on that team either because every other spot is taken. Miles Turner is the starting center. They got other guys on their roster that could play center too on their team. So Obi Toppin's minutes are basically going to come at the power forward spot. If Jalen Smith doesn't overtake him, or maybe Jalen Smith they think might be a backup center or whatever, Obi Toppin might get the spot. It is what it is. But Obi Toppin's still going to have to work. It's not guaranteed that he's going to get a starting spot with Indiana. So it's tough. But you have to work. That's only the whole point of this pod. You have to work. This is another kid here that I didn't even mention. This is one of their draft picks. He's been playing really well in summer league. Not getting into his stats, but his name is Jarris Walker. Guy's been playing really well. He's going to wear number 5. Obi's going to wear number 1. That's another guy that's going to demand some minutes. So Obi Toppin got to battle this guy too. This rookie coming in here. If anything, Obi Toppin is a guy that they brought in here. If anything, I think this guy, if Jarris Wallace has the upside, I think he's going to get the playing time. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get the playing time over Obi. Then Obi's going to become one of those guys where, okay, well, we're not invested in him, so I'm going to get rid of him. That could possibly be a situation for Obi Toppin. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, every year there's 60 new draft picks, and then plus there's other kids that get signed that are not drafted. So you're talking about 60 players drafted in the first and the second round, and then possibly another 10 to 15 kids that get signed to two-way contracts and that type of thing. So now you talk about 75 players every single year that you have to battle. And you're saying that you didn't get the minutes that you wanted. Hey, 75 players coming to the league every year, bro. Signed. A lot of them get signed to these teams. That's who you have to battle. So that's basically my thought process here with Obi Toppin. Like I said, I wanted to work on Obi Toppin and develop him where he could possibly overtake RJ at the 3 spot. That's my mentality with Obi. That's where I think his talent could go, where he could possibly be a 3-4, not a 4-5. People think he could be a 4-5. I think Obi Toppin can actually be a 3-4, where he's more 3, but he could play the 4 too. You know what I'm saying? So I think he could be that type of guy, for a team. You know what I'm saying? Indiana, like I said, he could possibly have a great spot there. So I'm just hoping that he does that. But at the same time, I just want the Knicks to do well. I just care about what the Knicks do. So, I'm not gonna be one of those fans that can be like, oh, look at Obi Toppin over there. Yo, are you a Knicks fan or are you just looking just to argue and fight? Or are you just looking to have an idol, somebody to worship? You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. Are you just looking to dick ride, that type of stuff? Are you just here for that? You're here to buy jerseys and idolize players? Or do you love the team? Do you love the Knicks? Do you love basketball? Are you really into it for the fandom of the team, the Knicks? Don't call yourself a Knicks fan if you're gonna be complaining about Obi Toppin. He's not even on the team anymore. You know what I'm trying to say? If he does well, so be it. But we're Knicks. This is a Knicks fan base here. We're Knicks fans, man. So it should be Knicks or nothing. It shouldn't be any of this other stuff. Remember somebody named Frank Ntilikina? Does anybody remember Frank Ntilikina? Do you remember the wars we had about that kid, about how great he's going to be? Oh, but he plays defense. You don't know nothing. You don't know what they're talking about. Where's Frank right now? Where's Captain Glizzy? Frank Ntilikina was Candyman in the Knicks franchise, in the Knicks fan base on Knicks Twitter and Knicks internet, and just fans all over the world. Talking about, oh, but he plays defense. You have a fucking 10-foot wingspan, you stupid motherfucker. Like, okay, where is Frank right now? Kevin Knox. Here's another guy, Kevin Knox. Oh, they need to give him minutes. The Knicks wasted that kid's career. They messed him up. Man, he's out the league. He is out the league. He's out the league. I can go down to so many different players throughout throughout our history of the Knicks, man. The Knicks didn't just start in 2018 or 2020. The Knicks have been going on since the beginning, 1946, my brothers and sisters. There's so many different things that's happened throughout the years. Not everybody makes it. Here's another thing too. Let me get this guy off the screen for the time being, so you guys can see my sweat. Listen, man. Not everybody's gonna pan out. That's all I'm saying. Not everybody's gonna pan out. The Obi Toppin and whatever. Everybody's gonna make it to the end. That's really it. What I have to say about that. I kind of lost my train of thought, to tell you the truth, as soon as I blanked out. But let's just keep on moving with my stats here. I want to show you this guy, John Wallace. Does anybody know anything about John Wallace, or anybody knows who he is? I know when you guys go to Knicks events, sometimes he pops out and you see John Wallace. Oh, you look at John Wallace. Anybody know anything about John Wallace? John Wallace went to the NCAA championship game, almost won the championship on his back, against whatever team they play, XYZ. The Knicks were lucky enough to get him. He fell in the draft, just like Obi did. Obi fell in the draft. John Wallace fell in the draft. The Knicks were lucky as hell to get him. You know what I'm saying? But let's take a look at what his career was like. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, look at John Wallace. John Wallace is in the fold. Once a Knick, always a Knick. He's definitely doing a service for Knicks fans here. He only played until he was 29. 1 year he didn't play. He didn't play his year 28. He was in Greece. You know what I'm saying? It could be injury or whatever it is. I don't care. First year with the Knicks, he only played 11 minutes, man. Then he gets traded to Toronto, gets 28 minutes. Now, so this is what the parallels here. He goes to Toronto, plays 28 minutes per game. When he plays the 28 minutes per game, he gets 14 minutes. He gets 14 points per game. He gets only 4.4 rebounds per game. Whatever. Check out his stats there. 71% from the free throw line, 50% from the 3-point line, which basically he didn't shoot any, because that's the error. 47% from the field. So he got the minutes that he wanted, right? But I'm quite sure that team didn't win. If they did win, it wasn't because of him. They won 16 games that day. Fast forward to the next year, they moved on from him already in Toronto. They moved on from him. He ended up coming off the bench, 8 points per game. Rebounding is not even nowhere near where it should be for somebody his size, 3.6. And this, that, and the other. He fell out of favor with Toronto. He ends up back with the Knicks in 99 to 2000. He ends up back with the Knicks, 6.5. They barely played again. Ends up in Detroit, Phoenix. Next thing, he was out the league in Greece. Comes back to Miami, and out the league. Parallels. We've seen this before. This is not something new. Well, I'm quite sure people's like, damn, they're not giving him the opportunity to play. Yo, John Wallace was nice in college, bro. He brought them to the NCAA championship. I don't know how the Knicks but it's not just the Knicks. You got Toronto, you got Detroit and Phoenix and Miami. All those teams too weren't able to unlock John Wallace. You know what I'm saying? But you don't burn bridges. John Wallace, like I said, is a New York Sun. You know what I'm saying? He's here working for the Knicks, and I appreciate his service to our fans and stuff like that. Definitely appreciate him coming out and always working extremely hard with the fan base and always showing up for us, man. So this is not me knocking on John Wallace. This is me just comparing careers here. You know what I'm saying? Obi Toppin has an opportunity to really surpass this here. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Obi Toppin. Let's take a look at Obi Toppin real quick. I don't have it queued up. Let's take a look at Obi Toppin real quick. Obi Toppin, about the same stats as John Wallace. Not for nothing. Uh, you know, he averaged four his first year, didn't really get no minutes, 11. 17 minutes, he was able to get 9 points per game. That's pretty dope. Second year, 15 minutes per game, dropped down to 7. You know what I'm saying? But check out the 3-point percentage went up to 34. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is good, decent percentages, right? I like to look at the 36 minutes per game stats. So I can you can kind of project what he would do if he did get the minutes. You know what I'm saying? So this is what people like to talk about, but nobody talks about it. But anyway, so he goes to 36 minutes. The second. Well, we can look at all years. 13 points the first year with 7 rebounds, 19 points with 7 rebounds, and then 17 points with 6 rebounds. If Obi got 36 minutes per game, he possibly can get those numbers. If he can get, I don't think he's going to get 36 minutes per game in Indiana. He possibly can get 28, minutes per game over there. So I can see him going over there getting the same thing that John Wallace got. John Wallace got 14 minutes per game, ended up with 4 rebounds, 5 rebounds per game. I can see Obi Toppin doing that over there. But is that so spectacular? I don't think Obi Toppin is going to go over there and get 25, 10, and 10 and 5. You know what I'm saying? If he does, then God bless him. You know what I'm saying? God bless him. Knicks fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think Obi Toppin is going over there to give you 25, 10, and 5. I really don't think that's what's going to happen. But these numbers are manageable here. If he did get the major 36 minutes per game, he could possibly get you for his career 36%. 36 minutes per game, 17-7. I can see him doing that. You know what I'm saying? But it's about him working and being able to capitalize on an opportunity. So that's all on Obi Toppin. Here's another thing too I want to bring up before I finish off the pod. Obi Toppin's before I finish off the pod, Obi Toppin, I lost my train of thought again. Yeah, man. But anyway, it's up to him. It's up to him to seize that opportunity, man. But anyway, let's keep it moving here because I lost my train of thought again. But anyway, let's bring it down here to the meat and potatoes of this thing here. You want to talk about somebody that sees the opportunity. You want to talk about somebody here that went through opposite bad stuff in his career. Had to work extremely hard to get to where he has to go. Had a certain skill set. Wasn't able to get picked up by anybody. Undersized and everything. Anything you want to say. He got his opportunity with a certain team, and as soon as he got back into the league, that he was ready to go. Now, Obi Toppin didn't have this hardship. But I'm just looking at Anthony Mason. People are looking at Obi Toppin as if he's working as hard as this motherfucker. Anthony Mason. The great Anthony Mason. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about hard worker? You want to talk about somebody that was playing off the bench that deserved to start? Did he ever talk about? Oh, I'm not getting the minutes that I want, or did he work extremely hard? Work extremely hard to the point where the Knicks said, "Yo, we're only going to run 5. We're only going to run 6 players in the finals, and guess who the 6th player is? Anthony Mason. If they ran 7, Hubert Davis played a little bit, but Anthony Mason was the 6th man on that championship team. He came from nothing. Somebody that could start on any team. He came off the bench, and you never heard him complain about minutes. You never heard him complain about role or nothing. Shout out to Don Nelson. Don Nelson brought him in here and changed his game to make him a point forward because of his handle. You know what I'm saying? Giving him the opportunity or whatever. As soon as Don Nelson left, they still used his handle, as they still kept him as a starter. You know what I'm saying? But that was his way out, because the Knicks didn't want to play that way. They wanted to play their style of play. They ended up trading Anthony Mason for Larry Johnson because they want to play a certain way. Knicks wanted to play a certain way, so they got up off of Anthony Mason. But Anthony Mason got to the point where he got traded for fucking Larry Johnson. You know what I'm saying? That's hard work, fam. That's hard work. If you want something out of your life, out of your career, this is the guy right here. Hard work. Somebody that don't complain about minutes. I just get out there and I'm just gonna fuck shit up. I'm gonna fuck shit up to the point where you have to play me, fam. You know what I'm saying? Where you have to play me. I came from nothing. Playing in Venezuela, playing in Puerto Rico, playing all over the world. Was out the league, and I got traded for Larry Johnson. Yeah, Larry Johnson hurt his back and stuff like that, but he's still Larry Johnson. Anthony Mason got traded for Larry Johnson, fan. Anthony Mason went on to Charlotte. He went on to become an all-star and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But none of that happens without hard work. You know, is it because I'm not getting the minutes that I wanted, or is it because that I didn't care about that? I just went out there and bang, 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 and and did what I had to do. So listen, that's the reason why I brought him here, brought him up. Anthony Mason, bang, bang. Obi Toppin, you want something out of your career? Bang, bang. Anthony Mason is the guy that you need to point to. You know what I'm saying? You're on Indiana. You think you're gonna get the minutes that you deserve over there? You gotta work. You gotta work. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Anthony Mason, one of my favorite players of all time. Number 14 is one of my favorite numbers. You know what I'm saying? When he passed away, I shed some tears for the guy. I met him a couple times. I met him at West Fourth, to tell you the truth. Met him at West Fourth one time. He was just in West Fourth sitting down. I guess he played or whatever. But he was in there. I was able to get in there and shake his hand and stuff. I met him a couple other times as a youth. I met him as an older person too. Met him in the club a couple times as an older person. You know what I'm saying? Super, just a New Yorker. This guy's a New Yorker. You know what I'm saying? So big up to Anthony Mason. Much love to his kids. I love his kids. I would kiss his kids on the forehead if I saw them. Grown men. You know what I'm saying? Just love those guys because this is his father. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Anthony Mason's barber, the one that took care of his hair. He cuts my kids' hair. Anthony Mason's barber cuts my kids' hair. You know what I'm saying? So listen, man, you're talking to a Knicks fan right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cuddy out there in Jamaica. Yeah, but it is what it is, man. So listen, Obi Toppin, man. I hope that you have a great career over there in Indiana. You know what I'm saying. But listen, it's about work. Knicks didn't give you the minutes that you wanted, but you have to work. You have to work if you want to get what you want, where you want to be at. One thing I didn't look at here just to confirm here is his age. 25 years old. He's 25 years old. His birthday's in March. He'll turn 26 in season. He's born in 1998. I graduated high school in 97. You know what I'm saying? So listen, Obi Toppin could be my son. Literally, he literally could be my son. So I'm never gonna talk bad about a young kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna wear his jersey neither. Because I'm too old to be wearing little kids' jerseys. Like I said, like Obi Toppin is literally old enough to be my kid. So much love to him, much love and support to him. Hopefully can make something out of himself in Indiana. But when he shows up to the Knicks, man, I don't want no fans out here talking about cheering Obi Toppin or hoping that he comes in here and drops 40 and stuff like that. Nah, Obi Toppin, you have a great career, man. Have a great career. No animosity towards John Wallace. Like that's why I brought him up because John Wallace is back in the fold. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, maybe Obi Toppin, when he finishes his career, he can come back to New York and be around the fans again. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Come back to New York and go to Gershwin and still be a part of New York City, still be a part of everything. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Mason got traded, but still a New Yorker, still came back to the Knicks, still came back and was broadcasting with the Knicks before he passed away. So maybe Obi Toppin has that in his future. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So there's no animosity towards this player. He shouldn't have any animosity to this franchise. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, fan base needs to start fighting with each other. I see you guys arguing and saying dumb shit in the chat. Saying trying to start some stuff with me here, but I see you. But whatever. I'm not about that. I'm about the Knicks all day. All about what's in the front of the jersey, not what's in the back. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, like I said, we have a lot of off season to go. My wishes for the Knicks, man, is that I just want to improve the starting lineup more. I think our bench is under control. If we make trades right now, we still have we could trade like 3 guys off of our team, 4 guys, 5 guys off our team, and we'll still have a solid bench. And then whoever else that we could pick up in the offseason. There's still plenty of great talent out there that we could pick up to fill in the blanks. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to improve the starting lineup. That'll most likely be the next thing I talk about when you see me guys, man. Tomorrow, the Knicks play tomorrow. So I believe they play in the evening. Let me get that. Let me look that up real quick. Yeah. The Knicks play in the evening, so I just want to make sure there. We play Boston, I believe. So it's always fuck Boston. So I just want to make sure to confirm that. I believe the Knicks play regular time. We might play at 7. So let me just confirm that. So it looks like the Knicks do play at 7. So let me put this up on the screen here. All right. There you go. Did I delete it? Yeah, what I do with it? I lost it. I lost it. Must have. What I do with it? I don't know what I did with it. Anyway, the Knicks do play Boston tomorrow, so the hell with it. Oh, there it goes. It circumvented itself here. So let me just put it back on the screen here and put it up so you guys can see it. So the Knicks do play tomorrow at 7. We play Boston. So like I said, it's always fuck Boston. So I'll definitely be here doing the play-by-play for this. So guys, come tune in and hang out with me so you can hear my antics. Because not only do I call play-by-play, I'm talking a lot of shit, to you guys in the chat and stuff like that. You guys are hanging out with me and stuff, having a good time. So let's enjoy that. 7 o'clock tomorrow. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy this game here. Last game of the summer probably. I'm hoping that the young kid gets 20, man. Jalen Martin, hoping he cracks 20. That'll be great. You know what I'm saying? He hit the game winner the last game, which was awesome. But hopefully that kid can crack that 20. Hopefully, maybe this kid, Isaiah Roby can crack 20 as well. Hopefully Charlie Brown continues kicking ass. Garrett gets more of an opportunity. Q Peterson gets more of an opportunity too, and we can get that win in the last game. But it's more than likely going to be the last preseason. They might try to squeeze one more game on us. But it is what it is, man. But regardless if the Knicks add a game or not, I'll be here to do the play-by-play. And then just continue tuning in to Dynix Podcast to get these long, in-depth podcasts here, just to get the full point across here. So if anybody says, oh, you don't know basketball, or, you're talking about or whatever, man, listen, all you got to do is just go to the podcast and see everything I had to say about it. You know what I'm saying? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So anyway, it's your boy, Eru. I'm not out of here yet. I just want to say what's up to you guys. I see Bo Ishmael cracking the whip over there. So what time is it now? We're about 8 o'clock or so. So I'll just scroll up maybe about 10 minutes, 15 minutes in the chat. 10 minutes in the chat just so I can see what you guys are talking about. We'll start here with Knicks 100 because I see him cracking the whip as well. He said, tell you one thing, the playoffs showed you exactly who Quickly is. Keep denying the truth or you like. So he's talking about Quickly. Quickly was replaced already by Dante DiVincenzo, to tell you the truth. Grimes was replaced by Josh Hart, to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? So listen, same thing with Obi Toppin. If Obi Toppin wants to be great, I'm not getting the minutes that I wanted. Listen, Grimes want to be great, then be great, fam. You know what I'm saying? So what they got Josh Hart? So what they got DiVincenzo? What they got to do with you? If you nice, then show them. Then you won't lose your starting spot. Or you won't get demoted to be a bench player. You know what I'm saying? Show the guys what you can do. Averaging 11 points per game, and missing key shots is not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because we can start Josh Hart and get up off of you and trade you for somebody else, to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thought process with IQ and Grimes. IQ and Grimes, they both have a big career ahead of them. I think both of those guys are going to be really good no matter where they go. But like I said, their replacements are already on the roster. You know what I'm saying? So I just wish this Dame trade would hurry up so we can move on and see what else is up. Because I'm down with staying pat with the team that we have. Because I think we got better with Dante. We definitely got smarter. But we definitely need another trade, man. Definitely. So let's see what else is going on here. I got Keith Turner here. It was good, Keith. He said, well, RJ was 1 for 10, so he didn't do any better. So you guys are talking about the playoffs there. RJ, he played well in the playoffs. He didn't play well in the first game, didn't play well in the second game. And then in the last game where we absolutely needed him to do something, he not only did he play bad, he played like he never played before. He played like he didn't belong in the NBA. He played like he did not belong in the NBA. So we can't have a guy on the roster that people think that he's going to be this great player, but we can't have him blowing like that. We can't trust him. We can't trust him. I don't know how people keep saying, oh, but RJ, if he gets the opportunity, he's going to get the keys. He's young. Yeah, but we can't trust him. It's been already a long time now. He already got paid already. We paid him already. We paid the guy and we can't trust him. So that's a big problem. I don't like his training in the summer. I don't like it. He needs to see somebody else so they can open up his game a little bit. Try something different. Add something. Keep your coach that you love, but make an appointment. Get a second opinion. Like anybody else. Go check somebody else and see what they got to say. Maybe to tweak your training a little bit. Maybe there's something that you can unlock that you haven't done yet. That maybe another coach can get it out of you. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So that's my hopes for RJ. But until that, working with the same trainer and you're doing the same moves that don't work, you can't create. And the next thing you know, you got to run back and then get another head start to do the same stupid ass move that he taught you in the summertime. It's not gonna work, man. Gotta get better. You gotta get better. Shout out to Bodega Wi-Fi. It was good, Bodega. So he said, podcast, can you play taps? Can you play taps for Obi? Man, what the hell are you talking about? I missed the first part of that, I guess. So playing taps. Taps is I don't know if taps is a New York thing because I'm not sure if anybody around the country know what taps is. Taps is like when you're playing catch, but you can't you have to jump in the air and pass the ball before your feet hit the ground. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. You got to try to catch the people, throwing no passes and that type of thing, hanging in the air, making sure that you don't touch. I think the touch they call it disc. I can't remember how we used to play back in the days, but that's tap. You know what I'm saying? So, can I play tap with Obi? No, I can't play. I can't play tap with an ant right now. You know what I'm saying? My vertical leap is not the way it used to be. I'm gonna try to see what I can do, man. I'm trying to get myself back into shape. So right now, my main concern is running. As you guys already know. So once again, shout out to this here for guys that want to contribute to the Garden of Dreams charity here for Garden of Dreams and stuff like that. I guess I'll just repost it. I already have it in the chat already, but this is for you guys to take a look at right now. So I just posted it for those that would like to contribute. You can contribute that. So just follow the link if you want to do that. So anyway, but they get Wi-Fi, bringing up taps, man. So let's scroll back up here to see what else you guys are talking about. I'm missing something here. You guys are you guys are chatting faster than I can keep up with here. So I just want to make sure I can interact with you guys. Julius Caesar, what's good, my man? Julius Caesar. He said, if you think that IQ will ever have a player performance like he just did again, you're dead wrong. You must be a psychic. Because Julius Randle. Everybody seems to think that Julius Randle will never play good in the playoffs. He's just not a good playoff performer. You know what I'm saying? People keep saying that, but then people say stuff like this. That if you think IQ's gonna play that bad again, then you're dead wrong. Well, listen, if you think that Julius Randle's going to play bad again in the playoffs, then you're dead wrong. What's wrong? Who's right and who's wrong? You know what I'm saying? You can't say, well, I'm right, and I'm wrong, IQ hasn't played good in the playoffs yet. He didn't play good the first time in Atlanta, right? He didn't play good in this one either. So he also has two playoff things under his belt that he didn't play well either. You can point to him being young, but Julius Randle ain't old. You know what I'm trying to say? You got Knicks 100. What's good, man? Once again, he says Heat and the Cavs took away that run up the court fast, just to circle out and shoot the three. Yeah, they had game plans against the teams that they want. They beat the Bucks, bro. So they beat the Bucks. They beat the Bucks. They beat the Bucks. Giannis was hurt, but he also, when he did play, he was Giannis. You know what I'm saying? But the Heat still beat them. The Heat beat the teams that they played, man. Fair and square. So they beat the Knicks. It's not like they like the Knicks lost. I can't believe the Knicks lost the Heat, but the Heat beat the Bucks. The Heat beat the Bucks. That was a heartbreaker. That's right up there with the Denver Nuggets when they beat Seattle back in the days. That's right up there with that historic ass whooping. It is what it is. So here goes Knicks 100. He's cracking that whip. He said, cut that BS right now. 88. What did quickly have to do once they shut down? Anyway, I don't know what you guys are talking about there. So just taking a look and see what else you guys are talking about. Why is Fournier still here? This is a good one here. Shout out to C-Mac here, Fly God, the ill, aka C-Mac. Yeah, man. Why is Fournier still here? Front office malpractice. The league is in a stranglehold because of Dame Lillard, man. That's all I can say. It's unfortunate, but once that trade gets done, then we'll see what happens. Because I think that the reason why the Knicks haven't done anything right now with that is because that I think that we're in the mix to get him. We might be in the mix to get Dame Lillard. I'm not saying that I want that to happen. I already talked about that during the watch along. So once again, for guys that want to talk Knicks, please check out the watch alongs because I talk about all kind of stuff, not just the game that we're watching. We talk about all kind of stuff during the watch along. Sometimes we get crazy and we start talking about random shit, like relationships and drinking and all kind of stuff, snapping, joking, all kind of stuff we do on there. People pop in on there sometimes as a guest, and we have a good time with that too. So, so please check out the watch alongs. But I mean, listen, we're waiting for Dame. That's really all I can say. Fournier's still here because of that. It's not just malpractice for our franchise, but it sucks because Fournier's not old, man. Fournier's still pretty young. So it's a shame that we're wasting his career here when he still got some good years of basketball. He probably got he probably got 4 or 5 more years of basketball playing at a decent level. And it sucks that he wasted 2 years with the Knicks, man. It sucks. Feel bad for him. So anyway, keep it scrolling down here. Show is fire. Thank you, Pudge, man. Pudge is one of the best. Definitely a big supporter of the channel. Support you guys too, man. Shout out to East Blue Drew. I gotta whatever he's saying here, I gotta just highlight it. IQ is on his way to all-star status. Him learning under Brunson is just gonna improve him. Okay, you could do that. That's the thing. Him, IQ backing up Brunson. How come we don't trash Brunson, saying that Brunson is holding back IQ, the way that we say that Julius is holding back Obi? How come we don't do that? Because it's the same situation. The reason why IQ is not starting is because we got Brunson. If Brunson wasn't taking all the minutes, then the IQ can play more, right? That's the narrative with Julius. But how come it's not the same one with Brunson with IQ? So it's just weird. It's weird. So anyway, I think secretly you guys think that Julius Randle wants to fuck your wife. I think that's what it is. You think that Julius Randle wants to sleep with your girlfriend. I think that's what it is. Or Julius Randle, every time you see him with his shirt off, it makes you feel weird. I think that's what that is. Anyway, welcome to the Knicks podcast, okay? Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. We keep scrolling here. Charlie Brown has been playing really well. Yeah, I'll make a post about that in a few minutes once I get done with this. Jalen Martin, definitely, man. Not the only things too. I like Garrett. Garrett is really good too. They got quite a few players on that squad. It's pretty good. Scat, I would call him Scap. The center there that plays for the G League. He's pretty good. It's been fun watching these guys, man. It goes Knicks 100 cracking a whip. He said, "You frauds be frightened like RJ and IQ don't have the same exact amount of experience in the playoffs." Yeah, they do. They do. They definitely do. Guys been playing in the league for a long time. This guy, Mitchell Robinson, got 5 years. He's going to be in his 6th year, entering his 6th year next year. My question now, I'm not going to get mad about Mitchell Robinson anymore. My question for you guys is Mitchell Robinson a championship center? People always say, is Julius Randle a championship number one? Well, is Mitchell Robinson a championship center? Ask yourself about any of our players. Are they championship players? Yeah, I know. Listen, I don't take anything to heart or nothing. Even though I talk a lot of shit on it, man, I don't take anything personally. What you guys say, and plus I get it. I get where you're coming from. I'm not attacking any of you guys. And I hope that you guys don't take anything that I say serious either, man. This is just we're just talking shit here, for content. Talking Knicks and enjoying our time here. If I do say something that's fucked up, what I'm saying, let me know. Let me know if I'm saying something that you don't like. That way, I need to be checked too sometimes. Sometimes I say a lot of wild stuff because I got this mic in my face. You know what I'm saying? I say a lot of wild shit. So sometimes if I'm going a little bit too over the edge or too far, let me know. You know what I'm saying? You guys watch me all the time and stuff. So I really value what you guys think about what's being said on this channel. So outside of that, I'm just joking, having a good time. One thing too, I see Boy Ishmael, just bringing up CAA. Not CAA. I see he's talking to what's his name, Pudge, CAA affiliate. We're gonna be a playing team. Book it. But Boy Ishmael, man, you're like a Debbie Downer a little bit, man. You gotta be a little bit more positive. But shout out to Pudge. He changed his name to CAA affiliate. The CAA stuff is kind of overblown a little bit. One thing I want to say about CAA, the reason why the Knicks seem like the Knicks are only about CAA is because Leon Rose used to run CAA. You know what I'm saying? And his son is running it now, I think. Or whatever. They have whoever they're running it over there. If you know the people, then you don't have to go through the steps to talk. So like if Leon Rose knows the people and have relationships with the CAA people, he could just pick up the phone and he doesn't have to go through the red tape. Now, if you call another agency, it doesn't have to be the major one. It could be some of the other ones, the international ones. You make a phone call, you got to make an appointment. Oh, he's not in right now. That type of stuff. You have to go through the steps, to communicate. So it's just easy to pick up the phone with your boy from CAA, and just start the process. With the other places, Rich Paul, of course. The Rich Paul is like the new David Falk, huh? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, in order to speak to Rich Paul, you probably got to speak to this guy, this guy, this guy. You probably got to, do something. You got to go through the steps. So that's the thing with the CAA stuff. So I think all this stuff is a little bit overblown. Overblown stuff there. Uh, Look at this. Julius Caesar says, "Nah, he got to leave Drew Hannon alone. It's not working for him." Yeah, definitely not. I'm glad I'm not the only one that sees it. Drew Hanlon, I would like him to coach my kids, or I would like him to coach junior high school kids or high school kids, because he's going to teach them little fundamental stuff to help them out with the game, but also the stuff that Drew Hanlon is teaching them, you can learn in the park. With the old heads in the park. You know what I'm saying? So things are so different now that you got to have a pro trainer in order to learn basketball. Back in the days, we just went to the park. You know what I'm saying? You wonder why you're getting your ass bust. And if the old heads like you, you know what I'm saying, they'll show you something. You know what I'm saying? Or you just watch the old heads play and you learn. That's how we got better back in the days. We didn't need pro trainers. There was all these pro trainers out there. You just got out there and played basketball. You went and played ball. I used to get like I live in East New York. So I'm getting off topic a little bit. But I used to live in East New York. I grew up in there, born and raised. You know what I'm saying? But back in the 80s and 90s, man, it was dangerous. Linden Plaza Park was my home park. Linden Plaza over there in East New York. One of the basketball courts was shot up. It had a big old bump on the backboard because somebody shot up the backboard, and it was like that my whole entire youth. You know what I'm saying? So if you played on that court, you had to shoot a certain way because the backboard was shot up. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we got ourselves into a big situation where where the guys on the block didn't want us to go in that park anymore because we got ourselves into a situation that needed to be fixed. So anyway, long story short, we bought a basketball hoop for the block. One of the guys, one of my friends, welded a basketball hoop. Actually, he's a welder. He built the basketball court for himself. He welded a hoop. He brought it out there. We was playing in the street. Then the older heads got together and they bought a basketball hoop for us, and then we set up a basketball court and we actually played on the block. So the neighborhood side blocks used to come to our block and play basketball. So once we got tired of playing with each other, we would jump on our bikes and we would go out the neighborhood to go to different spots in East New York and Brownsville, over into Howard Beach and into Ozone Park and stuff like that. We would drive around looking for games. And so we used to do that just to get better. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you got better. You got better by playing basketball. Shout out to the YMCA over there on Jamaica Avenue, over there in Highland YMCA in East New York. We used to play a lot of ball there in the wintertime. You know what I'm saying? You get to play with older men, working people, good people. That they played in that YMCA. Good stuff. That's how you get better. Hiring these trainers and having you doing jab, dribble, spin, turn, and all this other terminology and stuff like that. To me, it's embarrassing. But nowadays, if you don't know the terminology, they think you don't know ball. But it's really the opposite, to tell you the truth. There's no soul in the game. There's no soul. Everything is washed and chopped and screwed right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I just wish guys would just play. RJ needs to play. He needs to play against guys. Playing in these pickup games and stuff. Where he's just shooting and doing whatever. He needs to work on his game. Get these crossovers. Get these take moves going. Get these counters. Get out there and work. Get out there and talk shit to these guys. Work on your moves. Attack the basket. You know what I'm saying? Get your moves on. Work on your game. He needs to do it. Come out there, only shoot perimeter jump shots for the whole game. Working on your perimeter game. Next time you coming in, don't shoot any jump shots. Everything has to be going to the basket. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need to do. That's what I used to do as a kid. If I went to work on my left hand, I would just be out there. I would go somewhere, and I would play against kids. If I see the talent, if I see the people playing, I'm not that good, then I would work on my left hand. If I see that the talent's not that good, then I would work on that with my handle. You know what I'm saying? If then once the talent is better, then you play accordingly. You have to learn. You have to adapt. So you get out of these gyms and play ball. You go CAA Mafia. Yeah, shout out to the CAA. You got CAA Mafia. He said, "Hero, who's the top three point guard in the East today?" That's tough, man. What a tough question. There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent out there. The point guard situation now in the NBA reminds me of like the 90s, 2000s. Because they were the top point guards. You got Magic, Isaiah. Everybody always talks about that, John Stockton. But during those eras, those guys played with other point guards. Shout out to Fat Lever. Anybody ever heard of Fat Lever? Lafayette Lever. He used to play for Denver. He played for a couple other teams too. But Flat Lever, he played for Dallas also. He was a really good point guard. Rebounding point guard. He used to get triple doubles and stuff. Nobody talks about him. You got Terry Porter. He played for Portland. You know what I'm saying? Nobody talks about him. He's like forgotten players here. You can go down the line. There's so many different people. Even guys like Eric Murdoch. And anybody knows who that is? Eric Murdoch. Used to play for the Bucks. He had a couple good years with them. Mookie Blaylock. Steals leader and the type of thing. Mark Price. I'm talking about Brandon. What do you call? Brandon used to play for Cleveland. He used to play for Cleveland, and then he went on to the Bucks and went to a couple other teams too. I can't think of his name. But it's Brandon something. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. There's so many different players. Shout out to Baron Davis. Marbury. There were so many great point guards that all played at the same time. Not everybody can make the All-Star team. Only basically like 4 guys out of that group might make the All-Star team. Nick Van Exel was a beast. So many great point guards out there. So right now we at the same spot. You got Trae Young. Trae Young is dope. Regardless, fuck Trae Young and all that stuff with New York stuff. But he's a good basketball player. But shout out to Brunson. Shout out to Trae Young's teammate. It is what it is. There's a lot of point guards out there, man. So Halliburton. So it really depends on what's happening at any particular time. If the teams win, then that point guard is better than the other one at the moment. This is how it is. I know that's kind of a cop out answer. But Jalen Brunson is on our team, so Jalen Brunson has got to be in the top 3 in the East. Halliburton, I'm not a fan of Halliburton. You know what I'm saying? I slept on Halliburton through the draft. I didn't think he was that good. Just by watching him, I didn't think he was that good. Watching him in playing USA, and then watching him play in Indiana, I have a little bit more respect for his game, but I don't like his game though. Trae Young is nice. You got to put Trae Young up there. You know what I'm saying? Drew Holiday, all these other guys too. You got to give them respect because they've been winning. So it is what it is, man. It's a good question though, but that's a debate, big time debate, because there's a lot of talent out there as far as the point guards out there in the NBA. Man, definitely appreciate the comments and the talk and stuff. So anybody else got anything else to talk about besides Obi Toppin or anything like that? Definitely appreciate you guys coming in. What's up, welcome. Trying to catch up, man. I missed like 81 comments, but you guys are going crazy in the comments. I definitely appreciate it, man. CAA. I would love to. If those guys want to hire me to be a media personality, I wouldn't mind. I'm working on my body too, man, because I can't be out there with my titties hanging low. I got to get my stomach and my breast situation taken care of, man. Get my cardio going. And my double chin and stuff, everything looks pretty good here from this aspect. But once you put the real TV cameras on in, then you're gonna see everything. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care. I got confidence in myself. I was out there walking around today with my stomach hanging out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care. I have no shame. I'm a grown man. I don't care about none of that stuff. Man. Keep on scrolling. Hey man, we almost up out of here. I just want to make sure I missed anything. Any cool things you want to talk about? The point guard question was really good. So anything else before we get up out of here? I want to make sure I don't miss it. Yeah, still talking about quickly. I see a question here. Thoughts on the in-season tournament? Okay, so CA Mafia, he's the only one that's listening. He's asking me questions. The in-season tournament. I don't like it just for the simple fact that it just shows that the NBA is weak. That we're trying to be, we're trying to be the EuroLeague. Instead of the NBA being the front runners, or we're the ones that dictate what's happening in basketball, they're allowing the EuroLeague to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like that. So in-season tournaments and stuff like that, I think it's garbage, because in-season tournaments is going to take away from the actual NBA championship. So at the same time, these NBA players out there, they don't value the championship. They just want to get paid. To tell you the truth, a lot of these guys are showing their true colors. They just want to get paid. They're not really into getting a championship. Just judging for the simple fact that Miami Heat made it to the finals. You know what I'm saying? Look at Anthony Davis and all these guys. They're not trying to be champions. These guys are trying to make it easy for themselves, teaming up with the next guy, so they can have an easy run to the finals. That's what they want. Many of these guys want to compete. So all these guys are gonna validate this cup, this commissioner's cup thing they were doing now. They're gonna value it because they're gonna put this is gonna put validity on it, because if they get the cup this year, then they don't need to win a championship. If they don't win a championship, they can say, well, at least we won the cup. You know what I'm trying to say? So that I don't like, because if they do one in-season tournament, they might do another one, because that's what EuroLeague does. They have multiple tournaments throughout the year. So if you look up people's stats in EuroLeague, you'll see that they were in the same season, in the same year. Matter of fact, they have like 3 or 4 different seasons in the same year. Why do they do that? Because it's like different cups, 4 cups in the year. So I just don't want the NBA to ever be like that. To me, I think that's whack. For those that don't know what whack is, it shows my age, right? Shout out to Paris Duggar. Got to meet Paris Duggar. Didn't really get to talk to him too much, because we was like, I never talked that much on one podcast, live podcast. We talked so much, man. I needed to get something to drink. Right, not even right now. I've been talking for an hour and 26 minutes, and I haven't taken a drink yet. I got a drink here. I don't know how I do it. I don't know how I talk so much without drinking. It's hot as fucking here too, man. Summertime. But anyway, Paris Duggar. Got to meet him. Didn't really get to talk to him too much, man. He crazy motherfucker. You see that Paris Duggar is missing a couple screws, man. Definitely dope dude. I saw him out there. He's having a good time talking to everybody. He's drinking a little bit, enjoying himself. So hopefully I get to really chop it up with him again and hang out. Next time I won't be doing as much talking. I'm gonna get me a seat and sit down and let's talk to the to my people and get to know some people out there, man. So definitely shout out to Paris, man. Good to touch you, man. Good to touch you. Pause. Anyway, Knicks fans are going to regret chasing Obi out of here. Yeah. Stubborn Tibbs. Obi and Randall could have played 5 minutes a game together. They could have, absolutely. It's definitely spilled milk though, man. But you just gotta wish Obi Toppin well. Parrish, man. If you didn't catch the beginning of the pod, please check out the whole pod. Listen to what I'm saying. Yes, Terrell Brandon. I was talking about Terrell Brandon. I was saying it's Brandon because I was thinking Brandon Ingram. I don't know why that was in my head, but it was Terrell Brandon. Terrell Brandon was nice. Shout out to Sam Cassell. You know what I'm saying? So many different great players out there. Robert Pack was ill. I mentioned that Denver team that beat Seattle that time. Seattle had Gary Payton. But Robert Pack busted his ass that series. Robert Pack only had one hand. Well, Robert Pack was giving Gary Payton business, man. That was a crazy series. Shout out to Vinny Vegas, was good. Shout out to Jacko too. I'm skipping over Jacko. I see you, Jacko. Yep, definitely he's the man. And just tuning in. He said, just tuning in at the Thumbnails Official. Yeah, man. I'll be trying. I literally just put that together. I announced the podcast at about 6:30 ish, and I put the thumbnail together within that time period, and I went live at 7. You know what I'm saying? I'm bugged out like that. I just came in the crib. I've been wanting to do this pod for weeks now, and I finally got it out. So thank you guys for coming in, seeing the thumbnail. Appreciate you, man, and coming in and hanging out. Yeah, Kenny Anderson was there too. Kenny Anderson, you always forget about Kenny. Mark Jackson too. Always forget about Kenny though. Kenny was one of my favorite point guards too, man. When he played it with the Nets with Derek Coleman and he had Drazen Petrovic there. He had Chris Mills, whatever his name was. I can't think of his name. But he used to be able to dunk. He was good. A lot of good players, man. Yeah, I gotta get ready for that marathon, man. It's not easy to run with your titty swinging, man. I know the women wear sports bras. I think I might start using my wife's sports bra to hold my chest down, man. Because all that bopping and dipping, running out there, it is what it is. I'm trying to do what I got to do, man, to get through it. So I'm building up my strength, definitely getting my stamina together. Not really going too much with the steps, because I'm not trying to hurt myself. Because that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid to get on one of those wear and tear injuries where I'm running too much and my knees are not responding well. That I don't want because then I won't be able to run at all. So I got a method. I'm going through it. I got a lot of time. I got 16 and a half weeks now. So 16 and a half weeks, I got enough time to get my weight down and get myself strong and get my stamina up so I can be able to get through it. I'm not trying to win the race. I'm just trying to complete it. So like I said, as time gets closer, the app will be available. I'll let you guys know I'll let you guys know where I am. You can follow me. Hopefully, you guys can pop up, yo, Eru, shit like that, and we can take pictures and what I'm saying, that type of thing. That'll be great. You might catch me crying. I'm gonna need you guys to help me get through that, man. Definitely. Bo Ishmael, he says, I'm a family man. What else you got to say? The age, weight just happens. Yeah, man. So, young people too are like they say, oh man, I'll bust your ass basketball this, that, and the other. Yeah, you probably will because you ain't got else to do. You know what I'm saying? When you're young, you out there playing ball and not sleeping and in the clubs drinking and fooling around with the women and the men and the women, whatever you else you do out there. You know what I'm saying? You have all the time in the world when you're young. But when you're older and you're raising a family and stuff like that, you gotta work. You know what I'm saying? So I work a lot, man. So working and not working out, you're just gonna gain weight. You're gonna gain weight. That's just how it goes. It is what it is. Just as you get older. These are some big names too, man. Sherman Douglas. Sherman Douglas played for Syracuse. Didn't really have the greatest career, journeyman point guard, but he still was good. Very good point guard. Played for a lot of different teams in the NBA. Steve Smith played a little bit of point guard too. He's one of the first real big point guards. He was really a shooting guard, but he played a lot of point guard. Played small forward too. Knicks also bust his ass in the playoffs that year. Definitely when Camby was running wild and stuff like that. Shout out to my man. Shout out to my man Jay Boogie here. It's good, Jay Boogie. Shout out to Jay Boogie, man. Listen, support the music, man. Follow him on YouTube. Follow this channel that he's talking to you from. Follow that channel. He's starting to post music there, so that's something that you guys can actually share and stuff like that. I haven't had a chance to make a proper pod, bigging up his music, but you definitely got to support. He's making Knicks related music. There's people out there that really support him and really enjoy it. Hopefully, he's getting the opportunities that he deserves. But within the fan base, we definitely got to support. But that's no here, no there. What would most of you guys give up in a trade to bring a quality player you're willing to trade, and what's your reason for trading him outside of the player you're getting? Yeah, man. It's all about for me, man. It's all about the wins. All about the Knicks. That's all I care about. And I know you feel the same way. The same thing about the jerseys, man. I can't wear these kids on my back. I can only wear my own number, 18, diehard Ebru, and I think you said the same thing also. I'll wear Clyde's jersey. I might even wear John Starks and Mason. I definitely would wear. I might wear a Camby jersey. You know what I'm saying? But right at now, this age, I'm not wearing nobody's name. But the captain, I wear one of his jerseys and stuff like that. But I'm just not one of those kind of guys. But as far as like players and stuff like that, I just want to win. Make it make sense. Right now, the Knicks need to upgrade RJ. Either RJ needs to become who everybody thinks he's going to become, or we need to upgrade him. Mitchell Robinson needs to be upgraded also. We need to get a better center in here. But Mitchell Robinson has the potential to be the guy that we need him to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so simple to me. But we can't wait for these guys forever. Quentin Grimes, he could be the shooting guard that we need him to be. But we have to wait for him to do it. So we got 3 players on our team in our starting lineup: Mitch, shooting guard, and small forward. That we're waiting for them to be a player. Waiting for them to be that player that we want them to be. When are they going to do it? Are they going to do it in next year? Are they going to do it the year after? Are they going to do it the year after? Or maybe they're never going to do it. You stranglehold the franchise waiting for guys to be something that you think they're going to be. When you can put a package together and actually get the player that can fill the spot and work. Like Paul George would be great, but that extension, I agree, is not a good idea. You know what I'm saying? But Paul George is a good idea. Even though he's 33, give me 2 years with Paul George at the small forward spot next to Julius with Brunson. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of Mitchell Robinson, get a real center in here. You know what I'm saying? Or don't. Just have Hartenstein and Jericho in the back. You know what I'm saying? And then upgrade the shooting guard spot. Get Zach LaVine here. You know what I'm saying? If you get Zach LaVine in here and possibly OG, we got better. You know what I'm trying to say? But that's all I care about. Make it make sense. It has to make sense. Like to me, like a Bradley Beal with Devin Booker and Durant. I don't like the way that looks. It looks tacky. Who's rebounding? They got Aiden over there. Okay, Aiden doesn't want to play that role. You know what I'm saying? So they're already going to be fighting all year already with that. They need another guy to come in there to help out with that. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense to me. That's not a team that I would be excited to cheer with. We got Durant. I'll be a Knicks fan, but it's like, oh, we got Durant and stuff like that. It's not something I could be excited about watching these guys play because I know that the team is flawed and it doesn't make sense. The setup doesn't make sense. So more power to them, man. But it has to make sense to me. That's where I'm at. Yeah, man. Shout out to Jarrell, man. I haven't even spoken to Jarrell in so long, man. Unbelievable. We gotta change that. I gotta catch up with you guys, man. I know guys are either doing a show right now or soon. But I gotta see if I can pop in there on one of you guys' shows. Let me scroll down, man. 124 comments I'm missing, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat talking, man. I appreciate it, man. Uh, Taking a look. Thanks for the comment, Jay Boogie. Definitely good question. Definitely good question. Yeah, man. I see that. Looking, draft picks. Everyone makes a big deal about draft picks and stuff. But we already got a lot of young players. We got to develop our own young players. We still like I said, we still got three starters that we're still developing. We're still waiting for Mitch Robinson to be the guy that everybody thinks he's going to be. We're still waiting for RJ to be that guy. We're still waiting for Grimes to be that guy. So why are we drafting another young guy in here to develop them too? Why do that? Why waste a draft pick on those guys? We were still able to get Jalen Martin. Trevor Keels, who I don't like. But we're still able to get young players and developing them in a G League, rather than wasting a whole first round draft pick on a player that probably could play over our guys that we got. What I'm saying? It just creates a problem for us. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with the mentality with what the Knicks are doing as far as draft picks is concerned. But it is what it is with that. I don't know if that's going to bite us in the butt, but I do get with their stance on it. We already have all the positions on lockdown. So we can't really waste so much time developing. We have to go for it now. Shout out to Paris Duggar, dropped the $2 buck at me, bam, throwing quarters at me. Paul George is getting getting us McGrady and Penny Hardaway. Basically, it's sins of the past, man. You get McGrady at an old age, all of a sudden his knee problems take over. So us getting Paul George, that could possibly happen. We might get him for half a season. He'll be hurt again, and then he'll be done. The signs is already there. So that's why the Knicks didn't get him. So, it's not really nothing to talk about there. So, it is what it is. I think OG is a real thing. I think Embiid is a real thing. I think Dame is a real thing. I'm not saying we can get all three because we can't, money-wise. We just can't get all three. But we can probably get one of those or two. We might be able to get, not Dame and Embiid, but we might be able to get Embiid and OG. We might be able to get Dame and OG. We might, if I don't know. There's so many different things that we can do. But it is what it is. So anyway, I think I'm out of here, guys, man. Thank you for enjoying hanging out with me, talking Knicks and stuff. I appreciate all my regulars, man. All you guys in the chat that's chatting with each other, man. All you guys are my regulars, man. Definitely appreciate you guys. The show definitely gets better. Oh, look at Paris Duggar here with Dana Barrows. That's a deep cut there. Dana Barrows had one good season, man, where I think he was rapping. He had a rap song. He averaged 20 points per game, made the All-Star game. Here's another guy. You want to talk about deep cut like Dana Barrows? Michael Adams. Remember him? Michael Adams was good too. Google Michael Adams. He had some good, maybe like 2 or 3 really good seasons. They made the All-Star team, shooting the three. Really good. Michael Adams, man, he was dope. But those guys are little guys, 5'11" kind of players. One trick pony kind of guys. Didn't really last too long. But they were pretty good too. Yeah, man, I see you guys. I'm throwing some guys in there. Yeah, Barrows was dope, man. Definitely, that's a nice one. Quite a few great point guards out there, man. Definitely, man. So many great ones out there. That the NBA, they need to big up everybody. There's so many great talent out there that you just don't remember. You just don't remember. Yeah, so I think are you talking about Adams, the same Adams, Mike Adams? Yeah, he was dope, man. Yeah, so this is my man Mega here, bringing us out of here. So Mega's my closer. I know Mega's my closer. Always making sure that everybody knows that it's a good show. Eru's a beast and all that stuff. Enjoying the outro and things of that nature. So without further ado, guys, enjoy the rest of your night. It's about 9 o'clock or so. So we still got enough time to get out there, take a shower, maybe go get you a drink at the bar, hang out with your friends, go grab something out the freezer. You know what I'm saying? Watch a movie or something like that. Cuddle up with your wife. Call up your side piece or whatever you need to do. Enjoy the rest of the night. Turn on the AC on. Go take a shower. Brush your teeth, wash your hair, and all this other stuff, man. But I'm up out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow, definitely with a watch along. And I'll just keep tuning in to Dynamic Podcast and let's keep talking Knicks, man. I love you guys. Actually, I don't love you guys. I don't love anybody. I don't even know why I said that. I don't love none of y'all motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? What the hell's going on here? I don't even know why I said that. Anyway, I'm up out of here. See you guys next time. Peace. Enjoy the outro.
Eru, I see you. Die hard. Trap. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard. Homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell a trophy, yeah, you need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team and he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name and it's on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back. We be really die hard, yeah, that's a fact. We be really die hard, ain't no going back. Make the whole crowd rise like a thermostat. Fourth quarter, I'm the killer that's gon' murder.